Yeah, what's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs on this beautiful money-making Saturday here with Pick Dawgz Morning Show. Man, we're live 365. Just let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see it playing out. Got a really good college hoops card today, really good NHL card today. NBA got 6 games, man. It's the last day of January, man. Just looking to close the month off on a good note. And I got 2 great guys to help me break it down, man. I got Brian Bittler with me here. Brian, what's happening? How you doing?
Typical busy Saturday. Tired of cold weather up here. I guess it's cold weather everywhere, but definitely a card that'll keep you occupied all day as far as college basketball and NHL goes. So I plan on sitting watching some college hoops from 12 noon until, I don't know, midnight tonight. So definitely looking forward to it.
Cold weather so bad, it's supposed to snow in Florida today.
Yeah, the iguanas are falling off the trees.
Yeah, I mean, so shit. What the hell going on, man? Jovan, what's happening? How you doing this morning?
Got to unmute yourself.
Sparty couldn't get it done, so I'm doing well, first of all. But second, Sparty couldn't get it done last night, so that turned a winner into a losing day. You know what happens. Played one NBA play that hit on the Pelicans. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, but 0-2 for college basketball, and I thought Sparty was gonna rise to the occasion. They clawed their way back in, had a 2-point lead, and then Michigan said, "Not so fast." Take this game right back over, and that's exactly what they did.
That was a hell of a comeback, though, by Michigan State. I was on Michigan, but at halftime, I thought, this game's going to be easy, no problem. I look back, it's like they're only up by 4, and Michigan State had all the momentum. So you got to give a hats off to them. They really, they're just a tough squad. Definitely a good effort.
Yep. Shout out Michigan, man. Shout out Michigan. As I said on the show yesterday, I'm gonna leave that game alone. I'm gonna just leave it alone. I would have been on Michigan State had I been forced to bet it, though. I would have been on the Izzos, but man, it was a good game. It was a good game. So I didn't have anything in college hoops last night. I kind of took the night off from college hoops. All I had yesterday was NBA, and I swept the card, man. I went 4-0. Coming off a good night. Cashed my game of the month yesterday. I had the Orlando Magic. Shout out to them, man. They are who I think they are. Watch out for them boys. I think they just now finna turn that corner. And if you don't have any futures tickets on Orlando, y'all know how I get with these futures, man. I'm telling you. Put you some in on the Magic to at least make the conference championship. They're one of the deepest teams in the entire league, and injuries have just really derailed their season. But now they're finally healthy, and watch out, man. Watch out for them boys. So shout out to them. I was on the right side of that Jokic news. I caught it early, too. I had Nuggets money line.
Did you know ahead of time that he was coming back, or you just liked the Nuggets before you even knew that was
yes and no. Yes and no. So I said, the jam session comes out early in the morning. I said, man, I got a gut feeling about this game tonight that something's gonna go down. And lo and behold. So I would say no. I didn't know Jokic was gonna play, but I knew that there was a possibility he would be back soon. And Friday night in Denver, that's what I just really saying. You don't want to be laying points on Denver Friday.
I was laying 5.5. So, to me, it just looked like the spot with the number, 5.5. Anyway, that was a good call by you, and you hit it hard. That was a good job. Good job.
Y'all know I love my money line dogs. We got one today. I'm going to tell y'all about here momentarily. So that's yesterday, though, man. Can't make no money off yesterday. We can only make money off of today. Beautiful money making Saturday. Y'all ready to jump in?
Yep.
Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Let's see. What are we doing today?
I miss Brad a little bit because I need somebody that I can bust their chops.
Man, let's start college hoops. Today. We usually start National Hockey League, but we'll start college hoops. All right, man. Let me figure out how I want to dice this card up. Let's see. We could
go in 2-hour intervals, like 12 to 2 and 2 to 4. And there's a bunch of good stuff today.
There is. Start, of course, at noon Eastern time, 11 actual time. And we will go, you want to go through, you can go through 1 or 2 Eastern. It's a pretty big slot, but it's a decent slot. It's not
up until 2 or through 2?
Up until. Or wait, no, through 2 your time. Through 2. So through
we're going by real time, Eastern Standard Time, not Central.
That's terrible time. So through 2. Through y'all's time. So the last game of the slot would be St. Joseph's LaSalle.
All right, for me in this time slot here, I'll start it off. I'll take UCF Central Florida over your Texas Tech Red Raiders. Texas Tech might be the better team, but UCF at home, I just think this is a chance for them to get a statement resume win. I definitely think this is a one-possession game. Texas Tech might pull out the win, but as far as the cover goes, I like UCF early in the early slot.
Jovan, what you like here in this first early slot? It's a lot in here. Like we got Duke, Virginia. I'll read off a couple of the games that was in there. Duke, Virginia, Tech, Cincinnati, Houston, Pitt, Clemson, DePaul, Xavier's in there, South Carolina, LSU, Georgia, Texas A&M, Virginia, Boston College, Arizona, Arizona State, North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Louisville, SMU. This first slot is loaded. Wisconsin, Ohio State. Good little slot to start today. Those are the big games. And, of course, you got a lot of little mid-majors in there, too. Texas, Oklahoma, can't forget to throw that in there. How you feeling, Jovan?
Yeah, a lot of action. I wavered on that Texas Tech UCF because I could see both sides. Last year, UCF got it done against Texas Tech. So, there's a revenge angle for Texas Tech. They're rolling right now, coming off the big win against Houston. I don't want to go against them, but I could definitely see the home dog spot with UCF. That's where they handle their business. The thing about it is with them, they're coming off a hell of a comeback. 6 minutes left in the ball game in their last game against ASU. They came back from a double-digit deficit. So, those are the type of spots where I'm like, I would like to fade them. But like I said, I can see both sides. So at this point, it's 4.5 now. It might be looking like, a bit of a public play. And if it drops any lower, I gotta pull the trigger on Texas Tech. It's really that simple. But I want to see if the line moves any more, in the last, hour, up to 11:30. You know what I'm saying? That if I see the line move any lower, I'm pulling the trigger on Texas Tech. That's how I'll play that one. Marquette. Marquette's playing better basketball. Not so much with Seton Hall, even though they did get their act together in the second half of their last game and got the job done. I got to take the points in this spot. I just think that with the way Marquette had put it together in their last game, I've seen them just play some better basketball, even if in some of those games they haven't completely put it together. Shaka Smart's a better coach than what the record shows. So gets his guidance in the gear in this spot. I think that'll happen. So I'll take the 7.5 as currently constructed. We'll try to give out one more. Yeah, I wanted to pull the trigger on Utah State. I just respect at the Aztecs and what they do a little bit too much to actually go there. That this will be a parlay piece, with the Aggies, just on the strength of what San Diego State can do. They have it has been a bit of a house of horrors for them going up into Utah and facing this team. for the most part. But not the best game in the world. It's a hell of a matchup. One that I want eyes on. The 6.5, it scares me, but I think that Utah State at the end pulls through.
Alrighty. Jovan Burks in this first slot, man. Let me see what I'm liking in here. I'm gonna just rattle off a lot to y'all. I don't really have a lot bet, but I will tell you my thoughts. Duke, Virginia Tech. That's a lot of lumber to lay on the road with Duke, but I could make the argument they're up and over 11.5-point favorites on the road for good reason. I know Virginia Tech got a good record, but I think Duke is head and shoulders better than them. I would look at laying it personally. Texas Tech, UCF, kind of everything Jovan said, where it's like I do see the side for UCF. I do see it. I cashed one of my biggest play of the season thus far in college hoops the other day on Texas Tech against Houston. That was disrespectful. And I tell you all the time, Texas Tech goes stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. Road, you can get a little dicey sometimes. And laying up and over a bucket could get a little dicey. But if this drop any lower, Texas Tech is better than UCF by a pretty good margin. So if you're betting UCF today, you're just betting on a really good performance against a team that's better than them. And I don't know if I'm ready to say that. So I want to be on Tech today. I actually probably am going to end up betting it here momentarily. It's not a premium bet, but Tech is so much better than UCF, man. They're so much better. And y'all need to stop being mean and doubting Tech, man. They're going to shock the world. Let's see. What else I like in here, man? Jovan Marquette so ass, bro. Marquette so fucking garbage.
Hey, they got it done, I think, the other night, Marquette.
No, they got it done the other night. But, I've watched their games, and they haven't been able to put it all together, but they've shown some spots, within these games that they've lost ultimately that I could see a vision for them getting better down the road. So,
man, Creighton is just some shit also. So it's like this is probably one of the worst years in recent memory for them Creighton boys. So I'm not just going to pound the table and be like, all right, Marquette, they're good, they're back.
They're playing Seton Hall. Yeah, Seton Hall 8. Yeah.
Seton Hall, come in here and blow the doors off of Marquette, man. Please, at home. That's all I'm saying. I know Seton Hall has, they lost, 4 of their last 5, but good home win against Xavier in their last one. Back, I think they can stack another good home win here. That's all I'm saying against Marquette coming off of a win. That's all I'm saying. I think Marquette's bad. They be pissing me off. There's a lot in here. Let's see. Y'all know I'm on Xavier. You know I'm on Xavier. You know Jay is on Xavier, man. Fuck the ball. We faded them last game. We got the cash with Georgetown. And I just don't trust them on the road in Big East play, man. I've been saying that for years on this show. I just don't trust DePaul on the road in Big East play. They're going to have to prove it to me. They've been better this year than they have been in years past, but nah, man, I think it's a good bounce back spot for Xavier at home, coming off of 3 straight L's. I believe they win this game by margin. I believe they're up and over a basket favorite in this game for good reason. Give me Xavier. I would lean Georgia against A&M. Don't love it, just a lean. I kind of want to take Arizona State in the in-state rivalry game. Don't love it, though. Probably won't do it. I think Louisville laying double digits on SMU is a little disrespectful. I think SMU can keep that within the number. Maybe that's a little bit of Texas bias in there, I'll admit. Like there's something else in here I'm missing. Oh, Texas, Oklahoma. Ooh. I've been hating on my Texas boys all season on this show, if y'all don't know. I've been hating on them. And guess what? I'm hating on them again today. Boomer!
You're crazy. I got 2 more then when you're done.
Okay. I'm going to take Oklahoma in this spot. Man, I like playing Oklahoma at home, man. In Texas, I just feel like they've been playing above their pay grade, man. I do. They've lost 3 of their last 4. They've been a good little lose but cover team. Maybe that's what they do today. They favored on the road. Favorite on the road is crazy. It's a little bounce back spot for me for Oklahoma at home, coming off a couple of losses. So, I like Oklahoma in that one. I do, and that's it for me here in this first slot.
Yeah, I'm going to add on the Texas Longhorns there. They've just been playing. I mean, what I do like about Oklahoma is they're only 7-14 ATS, and people aren't really betting them here. But Texas just has looked better to me as far as the eye test goes. And
I would agree with you on that. I would agree.
They've owned Oklahoma over the last 8 or 9, winning 8 of the last 9, I believe, off the top of my head. And I like Louisville laying. It seems like a really heavy number against SMU. It does seem like they're disrespecting them, but I think the number's high for a reason. Louisville needs that double-digit resume win. I think they'll get it. So I'm going to add Louisville minus the 9.5.
Fair enough. Y'all know when it comes to me and SMU, if I like them for real, I'm betting them. So if I ain't betting them, that kind of tell you. That line is disrespectful. 10 is crazy, but I kind of got Brian whispering in my ear.
It's high. It does seem high. It seems very high.
So we'll see what happens in that game, man. It's a good little college hoops card today, y'all. Let's go to the next slide. We'll go. Let's see. We'll do 2:30 Eastern through. Let's go through 4:30 Eastern, and then we'll do that last slide. Or we can go a little bit deeper than 4:30. Can we? No, we'll do the 4:30. So we'll do 2:30 to 4:30. We stop with Texas Southern versus Prairie View, and then we'll do 6 to close the next slide. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Javon, how you feeling here in this mid slot?
Look, Miami of Ohio, they run the MAC. You know, it's a steep number. You know, Northern Illinois. Is it their last season in the MAC? They headed to the Horizon League. One of those MAC teams. I think it's them. I think Miami of Ohio is going to send them packing. They're going to send them on their way, and with a 20+ point beatdown. You know, they've been beating up everybody else. So why not this cellar dwelling MAC team? Really don't like this slot all that much. Yeah. But I will roll with Evansville. I just think the number's too big. I mean, Northern Iowa, in this series, you could expect a couple different things. A low-scoring game. You know, if Evansville is, within the vicinity, it's going to be in the 50s. Or Northern Iowa, they're going to run roughshod on them. They're going to drop 70, and Evansville's going to, barely, get to 50, 55, 60 points, somewhere around there. I'm going to opt for them to show enough grit to keep this within the numbers. So I'm expecting them to have a decent defensive effort, or just, both teams having a lack of execution either way, to keep this a single-digit game.
Alrighty. Let me see. Not a whole lot for me in this slide. It's probably my weakest slide of the day. I think Missouri laying 7.5 on Mississippi State just feels like too many, personally. But I'm not in love with that game because Mississippi State coming off of coming off that huge win against LSU. I told y'all that day. LSU had no business. No fucking business being that big of a favorite. LSU garbage. They garbage every year in hoops. Like, this is not football. Shout out Mississippi State. I lean towards them today, too. I kind of feel the same thing about Missouri. I feel like that's too many points. And I ain't mad at nobody sprinkling on Mississippi State money line. I really ain't. I'm really not. We'll see what happens. I like West Virginia against Baylor. We just been fading Baylor all year. And every game we be like, all right, just the game for Baylor. All right, just the game for Baylor.
This is the game for Baylor.
Every game is this the game for Baylor, man. And they just lay an egg, man. I'm taking West Virginia. So West Virginia is a tough place to usually play as well. 2.5 under a bucket. I'd rather probably be money line than the 2.5, but I ain't mad at the 2.5. I like West Virginia in that spot. Y'all know I fade Mississippi Valley State every time I get a chance. Lean towards Arkansas Pine Bluff. And BYU Kansas, last one I'll talk about here in this slot. I want to be on BYU. I want to be on BYU getting 2 buckets in my back pocket. I would say I think Kansas wins the game, but I think it's going to be a tight, fun, competitive game today, and getting 2 buckets, that's where I want to be with BYU. BYU is a good team. They're a good team, man. I think they can come in here and compete. And I feel like Kansas is a little overrated and overvalued. A, because they're Kansas. B, because they've had some slight recent home success. So lean for me towards the Mormons of BYU. Brian, how you feeling?
Definitely not as good as the early slot here. I'm going to agree with you and take BYU plus the points. I think Kansas, they're not as dominant as some of these Kansas teams we've seen in years past. I think it's a one-possession game. I'm going to jump on the Baylor Bears plus the points. It is tough to play in West Virginia, and they do have a much better 14-7 record, but this line's under 3. Baylor's only covered 1 out of the last 8 games. So the number has always been looking fishy with Baylor, but I can't help myself here. I'm going to take the Baylor Bears plus the points. They have the better team. They're just not playing like it.
Down year for Baylor, man. Sick 'em Bears.
I'm not giving up yet.
Sad Bears. All right, man. We go to the last slot of the day. We got 6 Eastern to close. A couple big games in here. We got Vandy versus Ole Miss. We got Oklahoma State, Utah. Let's see what else we got in here. Arkansas, Kentucky. Arkansas laying 6.5. I'm gonna talk about that game here in a minute. Creighton, UConn, UAB, North Texas, Washington, Northwestern, Auburn, Tennessee. Tennessee laying 5.5. And Gonzaga versus St. Mary's.
Gonzaga. You missed my hometown game, Temple Owls and the South Florida Bulls. That's a big game.
I guess. Shout out from Temple Owls, man. They get 9.5 against South Florida today. Let's see. What am I doing in this slot, man? I really told myself I was betting Arkansas today until I saw this number. 6.5, man. 6.5. 4.5, I'm there. 3.5, I love it. 4, I'm like, cool. 6.5. Damn. It's still Arkansas for me though. I still think I think a lot of people still gonna be like, all right, Kentucky coming off that ugly loss at Vandy finna bounce back. I genuinely think a lot of people gonna think that. And it's like Kentucky really, I know they've won 4 of their last 5, but they've beaten up on the basement, in my opinion, of the SEC in those 4. LSU not good, Tennessee not good, Texas not good, Ole Miss not that damn good to me. So then they went and played an actual good team, and Vandy got throttled. Now they playing another good team on the road. I think they get throttled. That's all I'm saying. Woo, Pig, Suey. Give me the Calipari boys, man. Turn me up. Creighton some shit. I'm not, and that's just what it is. I'm taking UConn. I'm probably asking for it. I'm probably asking for it, but it's like, man, they're going to have to show me. Them Blue Jays, this is not the Blue Jays I've come to know and love over the years past. This is one of the worst Creighton teams I've seen in a while. I just think UConn is head and shoulders better than them, and it wouldn't shock me whatsoever if UConn won this game by like 15 plus. I think that's what's supposed to happen, is UConn supposed to win this game by 15 plus. So I'm just going to take UConn and believe that I'm right. Lean Tennessee, laying the 5.5. Lil Pearl's not the same on the road that he is at home. I think the Vols are much better than what they've done recently. I think they're going to cut it on. They're not as good as they've been in years past, but I still think they got a good team, a decent team. I know I called them bad like just a couple games ago, but I'm gonna take them here, lay the 5.5. I think that's really it for me here in this back end of the slot. I would probably lean St. Mary's in that game against Gonzaga, but I don't love it. I don't play that series a whole ton. I know a lot of people love when those two meet up, but I don't really. I'm not really that interested in that far. What is that? Northeast basketball?
Who?
Gonzaga, St. Mary's. Is that northeast or northwest?
That's west. Yeah, that's west.
Yeah, northwest. That's up there. I don't know why I be thinking. I don't know why. Like, where's Gonzaga?
Washington State.
Yeah, so that's west. That's east. No, that's west. I'm tripping.
You're thinking of Washington D.C.
Yeah. I'm mixed up right now.
You're
right.
confusing me
Northwest.
for a second. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't be paying attention. Like, that's that far northwest basketball. That's not what I be paying attention to all that much. So I'm kind of cool there. Last one for me though. Maybe that Oklahoma State line. I'm leaning Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has been they trash. Don't get it wrong, but like I think this is the get right spot for them. We knew they was trash. We knew their record was fraudulent. But in that same breath, they have kind of played a gauntlet of a schedule recently. Iowa State twice, Baylor, Kansas State, TCU. While them three are not the same as the other three, that's still kind of a little tough schedule for them, for their standards. This is a dumbed down in competition. I think they go to Utah and get a win. Give me Oklahoma State. And that's it for me in college hoops today. Brian, how you feeling?
I like the late slot. As far as games that I should have, I should have put in Kentucky as a premium pick. I just saw the numbers. BetMGM just put the numbers out 5-6 minutes ago. Line opened up at 7.5, down to 6.5, with 81% of the bets, 79% of the money on the Arkansas Razorbacks here. But just to me, Kentucky, they got the talent on this squad. They just haven't. A lot like Baylor, they haven't performed to their talent level. So I think we might see an upset with Kentucky. I'm definitely going to take the points, and I'm going to take USF over my Temple guys. This team's very similar records, but just like Louisville, there's a reason they're laying 10 points on the road for 9.5 out of South Florida. I think they're going to crush Temple today. They played a much tougher out-of-conference schedule. South Florida Bulls, much better team. I'm going to lay the points against Temple.
All right.
That's it for me.
Javon, would you like to close out college hoops, my man?
We're gonna take Notre Dame. We have two teams that are on the struggle bus. Notre Dame 1-6 in their last 7, and Syracuse loses their last 4. So something's got to give. With this being outside of possession by default, I'm just taking the dog. It's really that simple for me. Both of these teams are gonna want it. Both of these teams are gonna try to get it. Whoever gets it, I don't know, but anything outside of possession, I want the points in my pocket. So that's by default. That's the Fighting Irish. UC San Diego. I'll be on them. Now they lost their first game in this series to Cal State Northridge. Cal State Northridge, they're 9-1 at home. So it's gonna be some steep climbing for Triton's team, who they've lost their last 2. Are they going to lose 3 in a row? I don't think so. Now, if you're not confident in winning by margin to 2.5, then pay the extra juice. Back them on the money line. It's a home. It's a road spot for them. Behind enemy lines. So I get it if you don't want to back them, but I'll back this team. They put some money in my pocket over the last couple of seasons, so I'll have faith in them to get the job done in this spot. And UIC, I will be on them against the Salukis of Southern Illinois. It's just they're on a 7-game winning streak, 6-1 against the spread in their last in that span. It's a spot. The number really for me, it says to take the Salukis, but I'm not taking the Salukis. I like to fade the Salukis. And plus 3.5, I'm fine with that. I think it should be a 1-possession game.
Fair enough, man. Anything y'all boys might have missed full card in college hoops today before we move on?
Nope, I think I got everything I like.
Yeah, I think I did too. Not really too much more to add. All right, Javon, we'll see you in a minute because you know where we headed.
All right.
We're headed to the profit zone. Javon needs to come along here.
The National Hockey League Association, man. Let's talk some ice, man. We got the Kings and the Flyers, the Avalanche and the Red Wings. We got the Rangers and the Penguins. The Jets, Jets, battling it out with the Meows, aka the Panthers. We got the Sharks and the Flames. We got the Hurricanes and the Capitals, Canadians and the Sabres, Devils and the Senators, the Predators versus the Romanellis, Blue Jackets and the Blues, Maple Leafs and the Canucks, best team in hockey, the Dallas Stars out on the road versus the Utah Mammoth, the Wild versus the Oilers, and the Kraken versus the Golden Knights, man. What a card that we got today, Brian. How you feeling, man? Anything jump off the page to you?
Yeah, it was hard for me to whittle down to just one premium in hockey, but I got there. As far as free picks go, I'll take the Colorado Avalanche. I know it's minus 145. I don't believe in the Detroit Red Wings at 32-17-6. I think they're playing well above their pay grade. I think you hit San Jose against Colorado the other day. But for me, I'm going to take Colorado Avs. I like the Calgary Flames over the San Jose Sharks. St. Louis Blues here on the money line. Columbus back-to-back. Got a nice 4-2 victory over Chicago yesterday. But I keep on. The Blues are a lot like the Baylor Bears. I keep losing with the Blues and the Bears, and I keep coming back to it. But I believe in the Blues as far as improving their status from where they are now. I like this price. And that's about it.
For me, I'm going to agree with you, believe it or not, on the Avalanche, even at that price. I've been fading the hell out the Avalanche. Yeah. You know, I've cashed back-to-back games fading the Avs. I had the Senators and I had the Canadians.
But you had the Sharks, too.
When was that? When was that Sharks game?
I thought that was their last game. Was that their last game?
No, it was Canadians. It was the last one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got mixed up.
Yeah, it was Canadians. The Canadians beat up on them 7-3. The thing is, while I would love to attack the plus money in this game, the Red Wings ain't playing that well either. They've lost 3 of their last 4. There's nothing exciting here. I kind of think Colorado steals a win here, and then they play again on Monday, these two teams. And then we're going to take the Sharks on Wednesday, money line, last game heading into the break. In Colorado.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so on Wednesday, be ready to money line the Sharks, everybody. Be ready to money line them on Wednesday heading into the Olympic break. But today, I'm going to lean Avs in this game. Let's see. Let me see. What else do I like in here, man? I'm going to take the Romanellis, man, in the revenge game at home. Predators beat them earlier this month, 2-1 in Nashville. Romanellis are just a better team playing a better hockey. They've won 3 straight. Predators have lost 4 of their last 5. Third straight road game for the Preds. Lost at Boston, lost at the Devils. Y'all know I'm not really that high on either one of those teams. So I think the Romanellis can get this done at a decent price. Let's see. My stars. We're back, baby. We're back. We've won 4 of our last 5. Everybody was doubting us. I told you I'll just be patient. We're just going through a funky stretch right now. It's a revenge game for us as well. Utah beat us last time they played us in Utah. It wasn't even that long ago. It was about 2 weeks ago. It was a 2-1 game. I think we're looking at something similar. A lower scoring game, but I think the Stars at plus money is where I would want to be in this one. So they kind of turn that corner, looking back again like one of the best teams in hockey. I'm just attacking plus money in this spot. So that's kind of my thoughts in that one. And if I were to attack plus money again, believe it or not, I would take the Kraken. I mean, this line is disrespectful. Kraken is rolling right now. I know a lot of that was done at home, and they're heading out on the road here. But it's not like the Golden Knights have done anything but lose. They've lost 4 of their last 5. We've already seen the Kraken beat them once this season, the only time they played. Granted, it was way back in October. But I'm just saying I want to attack a nice plus money price with a team balling their ass off right now, and that's Seattle. playing a team that's quite frankly overrated and overvalued based on a lot of history. Not really right now. That's all I'm saying. Cracking, smoking, cracking. That's hockey, man. That's hockey. Let's head to the hardwood. Last slot of the day. The National Basketball Association. Smaller card today, just 6 games. We got a game starting in almost an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes. They moved this game up, man. We got all aboard the goddamn hype train, man. The Charlotte Hornets plus 4.5 at home with the San Antonio Spurs rolling in, total 225.5. We got the Atlanta Hawks laying 1.5 points on the Indiana Pacers, total 232.5. And we got the Sixers laying 10 on the Pelicans, total 231.5. Jovan, you said you got that cash with them Pels last night. Would you go back to them today?
Not so sure. I mean, it's at 10.5, you know. But that's not a game I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna focus on the Spurs and the Hornets. Now, the Spurs, they've had a difficult time against Charlotte. You know, both of these teams have been bad for a long time, but we all know that the Spurs, they're on the ascension, and all of a sudden, you know, within the last month, 6 weeks, I don't know, maybe less, maybe more, I don't know, but the Hornets have figured some things out and they're winning ball games, you know. So look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Back the Hornets in this one. Plus money, don't need it. Take the money line. Hawks and Pacers. I mean, the Hawks are the better team, you know. Comeback victory for the Pacers in their last game, I believe. What was that? They played Chicago in their last game. Am I right about that?
Yes, and they were down.
It was that 113-110 game, right?
Yep, they were down, and then they came back in the fourth.
Right, because I had a players prop, plus money players prop. That was a Stendhal clip that hit, for some good change. So yeah, I'm on the Hawks in this one. I think that's, just based off of that, this is a let down enough for me, coming, in those circumstances, coming back from a 4-quarter deficit, playing a team that's better on the defensive end. We all know that the Pacers can't do anything on defense, not really. And they're going to get beat up on the boards. So for me, it all amounts to, and I'll say this, they're 21st in rebounds per game and 29th in rebounds allowed per game. So, it all adds up for a Hawks win for me.
Fair enough, man. For me, I am going to lean towards the Pelicans in this one, plus the 10. I know it's not a favorable spot for them. I know the Sixers have the rest advantage. The Pelicans are on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. And New Orleans to Philadelphia is pretty good travel. I like what I saw from the Pelicans last night, though. And the Pelicans have been decent in the dog role. And the Sixers have been not that good in the favorite role, especially at home. So this, to me, just feels like a case of too many points. I was so mad at myself for laying double digits with the Sixers the other night on the Kings. The Kings are that damn bad, but that don't mean just because a team's that bad doesn't always mean you should lay double digits with another team. And that's just my thoughts with the Sixers. You got to remember the Sixers were the worst ATS team in the NBA last season. They're a much better team this year. They will be in the playoffs, and it wouldn't shock me if they made some noise in the playoffs. I'm just saying from an ATS perspective, they're not a lay double-digit style team. And the Pelicans have gotten healthy again. Pelicans, they're profitable ATS this season. 10 feel like too many. The problem here is the reason I haven't bet this game yet is the Pelicans injury report hasn't dropped yet. And I want to know who's in, who's out for them on the second leg of a back-to-back. But because this is a later start time, we got some time. I would lean New Orleans in that one. All aboard the goddamn hype train, man. I've been getting laughed at all season long. And I've been pounding the table saying, I believe in the Charlotte Hornets. I believe in the Charlotte Hornets, man. I believe. And I'm just keeping momentum rolling forward with them, man. That's all I'm doing. As I said on the jam session, one could argue this is one of the best stretches of basketball in the last 10 years for the Hornets. Like, I know they had a couple good moments with Kemba, but this is a franchise that don't get a whole lot of joy. So I know they enjoying this run right now. The playoffs seem like something that could really happen for this team. I think they only made the playoffs like twice in their entire existence. Like, this has been a bottom tier franchise forever. So with vibes as high as they are right now, this team playing as well as they're playing right now, this offense looking as good as they're looking right now, I want to keep it rolling with them here. I know they didn't cover the other day, but as I said on the show yesterday, bro, Cooper flagged him for 50. Like, come on, man. They still won the game, though. And I saw somebody in the comments on my other jam session say, "Who gonna guard Wemby?" I'm not trying to sell you a dream on Charlotte defensively. I'm not, but I will sell you one on them offensively. And I could make the argument this could be a little letdown for the Spurs coming off the huge comeback win against the Rockets. Now having to travel second road game in a row, early start time on the road as well. Like Jovan said, they've already struggled with Charlotte more than you would think. So I like Charlotte here. And like he said, I don't want the 4.5. Fuck that 4.5. I'm going outright.
Take the points.
Nah. Plus 150. Let's keep the win streak alive, baby.
Or just do it how I do it. Hey, just do it how I do it. With whatever your unit is for the spread, do that, and then anywhere from 25 to 33%, or 50% if you're feeling that good on the money line. Simple.
That's fair.
I'm
gonna be fading the Spurs here for a second, man, and I'm either gonna be right or I'm wrong. And here's why I say that, because I was looking at this pretty good earlier. They got Hornets today, then they got my other team on deck on Sunday. They got my Magic on Sunday. You know I'm on my Magic on Sunday. And then after that, they got them Thunder. Ooh. That's going to be the get-back game for the Thunder. That's going to be the bounce-back for the Thunder. So that's 3 straight games I'm looking to fade San Antonio. And then they got back-to-back against Dallas. They might be where they wake up. And then they got the Lakers, the Warriors. I don't know. We're going to find out about them Suns. I'm just saying about the Spurs over the next 2 weeks or so. They got a pretty gauntlet of a schedule against teams playing well. So we're going to find out if they're pretenders or if they're legitimate contenders. And then this game right here, Hawks-Pacers, I think this is a game where the line tell you what you need to know. I'm sorry. The Hawks got double the wins the Pacers have, yet they're a 1-point road dog favorite. You know what I mean? And then the Hawks injury report is extremely ugly. Jalen Johnson probably not playing today. Porzingis is out. The Pacers, for the first time really all season, I think you could say, are the healthier team. Crazy to say out loud, but the Pacers have kind of gotten back healthy again. I like what I saw from them against Chicago. They're at home where we trust them. This is a double revenge game for them, quick revenge as well. So every box for me checks out Pacers. Brian, how you feeling?
I think you're on a good wavelength today. You're seeing the board very clearly. For me, my favorite free play is the Charlotte Hornets. The only thing that kept it from being a premium is I don't like 12 o'clock noon NBA premiums. But I think it's the pros versus the Joes. Early numbers from BetMGM has about 68% of the bets, 50% of the money on the Spurs, whereas the bigger bettors are coming in the Hornets. And I just think people haven't really opened up their eyes to Charlotte and how good they are. People just like the Spurs are the new cool team to bet on, and I don't think that's changed today. So I'll take the Hornets plus the points. I like the Houston Rockets. Just to lean towards the Rockets. Revenge spot against Dallas. I think they just lost to this team. Houston are way better team than the Dallas Mavericks. So I'm going to lay the points with the Rockets. Just to lean. I think the Hornets are a far better play than the Rockets.
There you go. Brian jumped it, but it was cool because he was first in this next slot. We got Bulls, Heat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Timberwolves, Grizzlies, and then Mavs, Rockets to close it out. Jovan, you got any thoughts on these last 3?
Miami's in here. Miami,
Yes,
Chicago.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna back the Bulls in this one, coming off the loss in the first of a 3 game series between these two. You know, the last game was just a makeup game, and then they have a 2-game mini series, so that makes 3. Yeah, I'm just really playing the number. The last game I think closed at 2.5. This one's at 4.5 right now, so a couple extra points. I mean, they are going to Miami for this one, so maybe that's a thing. But yeah, I'm looking at the line. You know, the way that game went down, I want to be on the other side. I'm on the Bulls. And I mean, Houston should get the job done. 10.5 against the Mavs. That's not too big considering who these two teams are. Rockets coming off second night with back-to-back.
Nah,
Who they play last?
They played Atlanta on
right.
2 nights.
Yeah. They blew out Atlanta. Yeah, that was a couple nights ago.
That was the second leg of back-to-back because they got beat up by the Spurs the night before.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, at home, coming back home, I'll back them in this spot minus 10.5. It should get this line should get bigger as the day progresses. Just looking how how the line is formulated up to this point. So yeah, I'll be on the Rockets. Should get the job done.
I'll be on the Rockets as well, man. It's a bounce back game at home that also happens to be a double revenge game. They lost their most recent home game in embarrassing fashion. They had a 10-point lead going into half, and they got ran off the floor in the second half by the San Antonio Spurs. This is a team that's played its best basketball at home. They're 16-4 at home this season, and it's also double revenge. The Mavs have beat them the last 2 times they played, so the Rockets should be motivated. They got double motivation to play tonight. Double revenge and a bounce back at home. Mavs got them the last 2 times they played. Both were in Dallas. The Mavs are a night and day team. At home, back them. On the road, fade them. It's really been that simple with Dallas this season. Just 6-13 as a road dog this season are the Mavs. The Rockets, while they don't have great home ATS numbers, I think this is a good spot to take them, though. I think they are head and shoulders better than Dallas. And I would lean towards the Rockets laying the points here in that one. It would be Timberwolves for me here. I just don't like what I'm seeing from the Grizzlies. I don't want to catch a falling knife with the Grizzlies. Grizzlies on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. They just got beat up yesterday on the road at New Orleans. They do come back home here, but Minnesota has kind of turned a corner recently. Minnesota is in a good little 3-game stretch. It's kind of crazy how these teams just flip the switches on and off. Because just last week, I was pissed off at Minnesota. Like, the fuck are y'all doing? Y'all just hot garbage. And then now, this little 3-game stretch, you're like, damn, is Minnesota back? Like, are they one of the hottest teams in the league now? It's kind of just crazy how it happens. But I would just keep momentum rolling forward with the Grizzlies. I mean, with the Timberwolves. Am I asking for it laying 8.5 on the road with the Timberwolves coming off of the double-digit win against the Thunder? Likely, I am. But I just don't want anything to do with Memphis. That's how bad Memphis is playing right now. So if you got the balls to take Memphis today, hats off to you. I don't. It'd be Minnesota for me. And I don't really have any thoughts on Bulls Heat. I'm cool. I'm cool. On the jam session, I said I think I lean Heat, but I don't even know if I really lean Heat that much. This is a game I will not be playing whatsoever, I tell you that. But other than that, guess what? That's it. That's all, man. We did it. We covered everything under the sun, man. Money making Saturday. Broke down NHL, broke down the beautiful college hoops card, and we broke down the 6 from the NBA. It's money making Saturday. Our favorite plays are over at PickDawgz Premium. Brian, what you got going on today over at the site?
Well, I have one play in the NBA. It's my titanium, 86 and 50, 63% on those titanium best bets, ranked number 1 in the NBA as far as profit goes on the website. Pick that up at PickDawgz.com, or you can get all 5 of my best bets today, 3 college basketball, 1 NBA, 1 NHL in my 5-pack for $75, or team me up with any one of these guys and have a tremendous Saturday.
There you go, man. Hop on with Brian B. Continue to kick the crap out of the books. Jovan Burks, what you got going on today, my man?
Yeah, Saturday, college basketball got a lot of plays in action. Starting off with the noontime slot, 3 plays in that one that makes a 3 pack. 1 o'clock time slot, 3 plays in that one that makes a 3 pack. And then mid afternoon, that's 2 to 4 o'clock or 3:30 rather, another 5 pack. So early action going on. Have some more later on packages made just to have some all day action. If you want to bet, they also have an NBA couple plays in the NBA that I will put up momentarily. It's the NBA, so I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So yeah, all day action over on this side.
There you go, man. Hop on with Jovan. Make it a monster Saturday with my guy. For me today, coming off a monster Friday night, went 4-0 last night. I cashed my NBA game of the month last night with the Orlando Magic. I'm just looking to keep momentum rolling forward into tonight, man. It's been a solid week. It's been a solid month. It's been a solid start to 2026, man. So, just getting back into the flow of things, man. Getting back to regular scheduled programming. Today, as of right now, I got 3 games in the NBA. Got my NBA Jam Session Play of the Night. I got an NBA Dog of the Day, and I have an NBA Home Team Hammer. So 3 plays from the NBA tonight for sure. And I'm likely going to add a couple from college hoops here right after the show. So pair me up with one of the guys, man, and let's continue to kick the crap out of the books, man. Let's keep it rolling into February. Let's close out January on the right foot, man. Money making Saturday. I know what time it is. It's parlay time. Parlay. Brian, what we doing?
I think I got 3 gems that probably should have been premiums. The Hornets plus the points, the South Florida Bulls minus the 9, and the Kentucky Wildcats plus 6.5.
All right, from Brian Bittler. What you got going on over there, Jovan?
Give out a couple as usual. Notre Dame plus 4. Match it up with. Actually, no, make this a 3-pack. UC San Diego and UIC, University of Illinois Chicago. If y'all don't know that, that's a 3-teamer, and then a 2-teamer. It'll be Charlotte Hornets. Match it up with the Houston Rockets.
All righty. I'm going to go BYU, Xavier, the New Orleans Pelicans, and the Colorado Avalanche. 14. See what happens, man. Cross sport. Little Saturday 4-pack, man. Money making Saturday. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Smash the like button. We'll be back same time, same programming tomorrow. First weekend, no football. I don't like it. We got hoops though. So shout out to the hoops. Shout out to the ice as well. We'll be talking football next weekend here on this show. But tomorrow we'll be breaking down, of course, a lot more hoops. So be on the lookout for that. We got a lot of other action today too. Jovan, you got any thoughts on Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson tonight?
No, not really. Is this the pre-fight where it's been some disrespect going on?
Yeah, they've been kind of bumping, talking. Yeah.
Stevenson should get it done, man.
I think so too. We'll see what happens. So I'll have Stevenson. I won't have anything crazy on it. Well, depends on if I have a good day. You know how Saturdays be. Mm-hmm. A lot can happen between here and then. Yep. Brian, any final thoughts before we get out of here for the day?
Let's sweep the board.
All right. Jovan, any final words?
We'll be back here, same time, same dog channel.
See y'all tomorrow, man. Make it a winning day. We out of here.